सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। So we are studying Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Brihadaranyaka means big, and which is to be studied in the forest. And this Upanishad is really like a big forest. So every now and then we have to know where we are. This Upanishad has got 6 chapters divided into 3 khandas. The 6 chapters are divided into 3 khanda or kanda. Not khanda, kanda. The first kanda is called Madhu Kanda, honey kanda. And we saw the meaning of honey. So, honey kanda, Madhu Kanda. Third and fourth chapter is called Muni Kanda. These 2 chapters together called Muni Kanda or Yajnavalkya Kanda. Because Yajnavalkya is the main teacher, who is otherwise called Muni. And the last 5th and 6th chapter is Khila Kanda. Not Kila. Khila. In Tamil, Ka and Kha are almost same. So, Khila Kanda. Khila means remainder, remaining, miscellaneous. So, now, so far, we have completed first Kanda, Madhu Kanda, where 2 chapters were there. And in the first chapter and first chapter Adhyaropa was presented predominantly, second chapter Apavada was presented. And the last chapter, the second chapter we saw, it has got 6 Brahmana, just we recollect and then proceed. The first Brahmana, Ajata Shatru Brahmana, then Shishu Brahmana, Murta Murta Brahmana, then Maitreyi Brahmana. 4th was Maitreyi. 5th was Madhu, Madhu Brahmana. 6th was Vamsha Brahmana. And in the Madhu Brahmana, this important idea was given that everything is interdependent. Yesterday we went to see that there is some Nilgiri biosphere. So there we went, and there one board was there. It says that one elephant in its lifetime is responsible for 18 lakhs plus trees. One elephant is responsible for growing 18 lakhs trees. So, this elephant is contributing to the forest. So, forest is honey, and forest is of course contributing to elephant. So forest and honey, forest and elephant, they are honey to each other. So when I saw that, I remember this. They are honey to each other. So like that, in fact, that is the purpose. They say how the insects and the plants, they grow upon each other. So everything is madhu, madhu. Nice. It's a madhu concept is very good, so that we don't become proud. All right. And then the last Brahmana was Vamsha Brahmana. And in Vamsha Brahmana, the rishis were presented from whom this we have received the Upadesha. And it is traced back. So finally it comes that Parameshthina Sanagat Sanagaha. Sanaga received from Virat, Virat received from Hiranyagarbha, and Hiranyagarbha is the teacher. He got this knowledge not from anyone, he got on his own. Swayambhuhu. And Brahmane Namaha. So by this, the idea given is that this knowledge is finally coming from Ishvara, the Lord. And to that Lord who is in the form of Veda. Brahmane means Veda Swarupaya Paramatmane Namaha. So the acknowledgement of the knowledge we have received and expression of gratitude. That is the important lessons we learned from that Brahmana. And now we are entering into the second Kanda, which is called Muni Kanda or Yajnavalkya Kanda. And in that also there are two chapters, third chapter and the fourth chapter. The third chapter has got 9 Brahmanas, 92 mantras, relatively a big this Adhyaya. So third chapter, 9 Brahmanas. Earlier 6 Brahmanas were there, here 9 Brahmanas are there, 92 mantras. And the first Kanda was Upadesha Pradhana, means mainly the teaching was given the Shravana Rupa. And the second Kanda is Manana Rupa, is a Manana Pradhana, Upapatti Pradhana. Reasoning is highlighted. And this third chapter is starting with a story, very beautiful story. The story, the first Brahmana is named as Ashvala Brahmana, because the Ashvala is one of the challengers to Yajnavalkya. Yeah, Ashwalaha. And the story is Janako Havaideha Bahudakshena Yagnena Ije. So once Janak Raja performed a ritual which involved lot of dakshina. And whole day yaga will not be there, there will be some free time. And during that free time, Janaka wanted to have some discussion among the scholars. It's called Vidvat Sadas. So they have. And Janaka wanted to know who is the Vaidehasya Jignasa Babhuva Kahasvi Desham Brahmananam Anuchanatamaha. Who is the greatest scholar? Greatest scholar and speaker, who is the best among all this? Here so many scholars have come, here also so many scholars have come. So among them, who is the greatest? He would like to know, Raja. And so he declared the prize, like Nobel Prize and all. So he declared. What is the prize? 1,000 cows. 1,000 cows is not a big price, but the 1,000 cows, each cow will have the 10 sovereign. Pada is written equivalent to sovereign, we can say. So each cow will have 10 sovereign gold, put it on the horns. So then it becomes a little big. So that was the prize declared. That whoever, I would like to know, whoever is the greatest Anuchana, one with the greatest scholar, he can Tan hovacha brahmana bhagavantaha yaha brahmishtaha sa etaha gaha udajatam. So whoever is the greatest brahmishta, greatest knower of Brahman or Vedas, both ways. So Brahmi means the knower of Brahma. Both Brahma has got the meaning Vedas and Paramatma. Brahmishtha means the greatest. Brahmi is the simple. Brahmishtha is superlative. So whoever is the Brahmishtha, he can take these 1,000 cows. So imagine, here if I declare, whoever is the greatest scholar can take, say, a flask of water. I can give only or the flower vase. Okay. So, people, even though some of you are great scholar, but still doubt will be there. So here also it happened. Teha brahmana na dadrushuhu. That both those who were seated there, they started whispering to each other, and they did not, nobody had courage to say, yes, I am Brahmishtaha. And so people were just whispering to each other, Kon aega, who will come, who will come, who will come? Who is that, who is that, who is that? So nobody thought that oneself can be Brahmishta. So all were just whispering, nobody was coming forward. So Yajnavalkya, who was present there, he must have waited for some time. That is there anybody coming forward? Nobody came. So Yajnavalkya, Swam eva brahmacharinam uvacha. So generally these great acharyas, they bring their brahmachari along with. He told his brahmachari, what? Hey Samashrava, you please take these 1,000 cows. Just take these cows, that's all. Samashrava, that is the Sambodhana, Pluti is there. And brahmachari always likes this type of job. So, so he took all the cows, he drove to his ashram. And here some acharyas makes a note. Samashrava means one who is famous because of Samaveda. So it means his disciple was Samavedi, means he was learning Samaveda. So Yajnavalkya must be knowing Samaveda. And Samaveda contains the mantra of Rigveda. And also he himself is Yajurvedi. And Atharva Veda is generally included in this. All three mantras are generally include this Atharva Veda, also knowledge of Atharva Veda. And therefore, he is a great scholar, that is indirectly indicated. So when he told his disciple that you take away all 1,000 cows, then all other brahmanas who were present there, Chukrudu means got angry. He said, Katham no Brahmishta Bruvita. How can he declare himself to be Brahmishta? See, they themselves were not ready. But somebody declared, they can't accept. Like sometimes, some people, they themselves don't do seva. But if somebody is doing seva, how can he do it? He is trying to show up. You do it. They themselves don't do it. If somebody is doing, they criticize. Similarly, here, Brahmishta. So how can he declare himself to be Brahmishta? Then, in this assembly, there was one priest, Brahmana scholar, Ashvala. He was the Raja Purohita, royal priest. Means he was the priest of the king. So he was having some hope that when nobody comes forward, then Raja will give me, because I am Raja Purohita. So he thought himself to be the contender for this prize, and in between somebody comes. So he got angry and he asked Yajnavalkya, Enam Yajnavalkyam papracha, Tvamnu khalu no Yajnavalkya Brahmishtosi. Pluta, are you Brahmishta? Do you declare himself to be the greatest scholar? Really? Now, Pluti is there. Brahmishtosi, and the Pluta is there. To show his anger. How can you declare yourself to be Brahmishta without any debate? You see, it is something like, that this World Cup is going to start. And generally in the beginning they keep the trophy for demonstration. And our Rohit Sharma goes and picks up where he goes, he's Sharma. So he goes there and he said he is a bowler, take it. He's ours. Then all other teams, people will say, hey, match has not started. How can you take the trophy? So like that, this Ashvala is telling, how can you declare yourself to be Brahmishtha without any debate or anything? So are you claiming yourself to be Brahmishtha? Yagdevalkya gives very intelligent answer. What he says? Namo vayam brahmisthaya kurmaha. He said, we are doing namaskara to Brahmishtha. We are just doing namaskara. Means we are not having that pride of being Brahmishtha. And there a Tikakara writes it, Annaudatyam Brahma Vitpa Lingam iti suchayati. He says, one who is real knower of Brahman, he will not have the pride of being knower of Brahman. If person really knows Brahman, he will not keep on telling, do you know I know Brahman. You know I know Brahman. All of you are just studying, I got it. So like that, this pride will not be there. That is suggested by this. So what Yajnavalkya says? Brahmisthaya namaha vayam namaha kurmaha. We are just offering namaskara to Brahmishtha. And then, but why did you take all the cows? He says simple. Gokamaha eva vayam. We wanted cows. Very simple reason. He says, Gokamaha vayam. I have got so many brahmacharis staying with me and we require a lot of cows and a lot of money. So therefore, I have asked, nobody took it. Nobody came forward. I need it. And anyway, this is not said, but we understand that anyway I am ready for dialogue. So I have taken, but I am ready. And with this background, the story starts. The story goes further. And then there are 9 Brahmanas. Means there are 9 rounds of dialogue. And 8 challengers are there. So 8 people come forward and challenges Yajnavalkya. How can you say? You answer my question. Answer my question. So 8 people come and challenge. Then you may wonder, there 8 challengers are there, then 8 Brahmanas should be there. Section should be there. How 9? Out of these 8, one is Gargi, one lady. She challenges twice. She is a little special. So she challenges twice. Therefore, 8 challengers, 9 Brahmanas are there. And here, the commentators write that what is the significance of this story part? Now dialogue will start. But what is the significance of story part? So here, Bhashyakara says that this story is Vijnana Stutyartha, for praising the glory of this Vidya. How there is a praise? That when person has got Vidya, he deserves worship, he is worshipable. So anyone who has got Vidya is worshipable. In this manner, Vidya is worshipped. Vidya is glorified. There is a beautiful saying in Shastra, Vidwan sarvatra pujyate. Swadeshe pujyate raja, Vidwan sarvatra pujyate. King will be worshipped in his own kingdom. But a learned person will be worshipped everywhere. And thus, the first purpose of this story is to glorify this Vidya. Second is, he says, Upaya. So, to show the Upaya for Vidya. Vidya Prapti Upaya Pradarshanartha. For presenting the means for attaining knowledge, Vidya. What are the means? 3 means are suggested. One is Danam. You should be ready to offer Danam. If you offer, then many scholars will come. So, Danam, Janaka Raja did that. If Janaka Raja simply said, let us have discussion, perhaps people would not have come. Prize was declared, then it becomes very live discussion. So first thing is dhanam. Readiness to sacrifice the resources you have. Some people say, Swamiji, I can come to Vedanta class. Not here, but in city they say, if it is within 1 kilometer. Because 2 kilometer auto rickshaw fare is little high. So 1 kilometer only I can come. So people have so much constraints on that. Readiness to sacrifice is not there. So first thing is dhanam, means readiness to sacrifice. Second is vidvat sangaha. By association with learned people you learn. Really, this is very important thing. When you be with a learned person, simply sitting with him or her, you just learn. Because learned people, for him or her, this knowledge is so spontaneous. Anything he talks, some knowledge will come. So even in his simple talk, simple interaction, he will say that, oh, this word is like this mantra, this idea is given in this Upanishad, in this manner. So it comes so effortlessly. So second means for getting vidya. First is dhanam, second is vidvat sangaha. When we used to be with Pujya Swamiji, in small things we used to learn a lot. So much. No. Not only in the class. Class of course we learn. But when we are with him, so much to learn. How he interacts, how he responds to different people in different situations. So second is vidvat sangha. And third is discussion, vadaha. So three things are highlighted in this story. That first is dhanam, second is vidvat sangha, and third is vadaha, discussion. Vade jayate tattva bodhaha. It is saying that but healthy discussion. When there is a healthy discussion, then you get clarity. Alright, so these are the three means suggested. And in this context, a beautiful mantra is generally quoted. Guru Shushrushaya Vidya Pushkalena Dhanena Va Athava Vidyaya Vidya Chaturtham Neva Karanam. So Vidya can be attained by three means. It is another way of saying. That is Guru Shushrushaya Vidya. If you don't have any other things, just serve the teacher. Whatever way you can serve. Don't say, oh, this, I cannot do this. I cannot lift a chappal. How can I do that? That type of ego should not be there. Anything ready to do it. Guru Shushrushaya Vidya first. Or Pushkalena Dhanena. You cannot do seva because you yourself require seva. So you cannot do seva. Guru has to do your seva. So you are not in position, then you provide some resources so that Guru's needs are taken care of. So second is Pushkalena Dhanena. Mean that you don't become miserly. Oh, this much I cannot do. If you buy this local product, then I can buy. This I cannot buy. If you have money, spend for Guru. So second is Pushkalena Dhanena. Third is very interesting way. Vidyaya Chathava Vidya. Means what? By chance, Guru wants to learn something which you know. And he wants to learn. Not that whatever you know you can teach Guru. Otherwise somebody says, Swamiji, I can teach you cooking and you can teach me Brahma Vidya. The Guru should have interest in learning what you want to teach. By chance, certain things are there. Like Guru wants to learn Tamil. That because he doesn't know Tamil. And you can teach Tamil and Guru can teach you Brahma Vidya. It's a nice exchange. Vidyaya cha athava Vidya. But make sure Guru wants to learn that. Don't say, I want to learn. I can't give money, I can't do seva. I will teach you online classes. So, that also online. So, Guru should be interested in knowing and then you can teach. So, third thing is Vidyaya Vidya. So, you teach something, Guru teach you something. So, these are the three ways. Chaturtham Naiva Karanam. This is how the upaya, the means for getting vidya is suggested. And here Janaka Raja adopted the means of this dhanam, pushkalena dhanena, that method he used. Alright. Now, as I said, there are 8 challenges, 9 rounds of dialogue. And like in cricket, here also both ways is there. First, all the challengers, 8 challengers are going to ball. Yagdeval kya? Every time they think they will out, Yagdeval kya? Different types of bowling they do. Yagdeval kya hits sixers only. For every ball, he hits sixers. Very, very confidently gives the answer. For nothing he says, oh, I will think and tell you. No. Fatak. So he gives the fatak answer. So 9 rounds of discussion gets over. And in the last Brahmana, all of them they kept quiet. Everybody finished their bowling. Nobody came forward. Then Yagdevalkya said, if you have asked me questions and you have got the answer, now I will ask questions. And he asked so many questions, nobody could give any answer. So he bowled, everybody got out. And he was bowled, nobody could out him. That's how it happened. So this is how the entire dialogue takes place. Alright, with this background we enter the Ashvala Brahmana has got 10 mantras. And in this mantra, these certain upasanas are talked about. In fact, first 3 Brahmanas are going to be related to upasana, where various questions related to upasana will be asked and Yagnivalkya answers them. Because he is supposed to be Brahmishta, so he gives the answer. And in this Brahmana, Ashvala, he is asking the question regarding Atimoksha Sadhanam. It's a very technical word. Atimoksha Sadhanam, the means for being free from certain binding situations. And for Atimoksha Sadhana, Atimoksha, certain sadhanas are prescribed in the form of upasanas. And they are Yajna Vishayaka upasanas. The meditations related to these rituals. So, I will give you one sample. In the 3rd mantra, it is said that Hota, the priest, Rigveda priest, and Vak, the speech, both of them should be seen as Agnihi. Hota, the priest, Rigveda priest, and Vak, both of them should be seen as Agni. Then it gives certain freedom from certain helplessness, certain attachment, certain sense of limitation. Certain type of limitation will be reduced. So this is called Atimukti. Mukti and Atimukti is a technical word. It is conveying the idea of these means for certain type of freedom. Not complete freedom, but we are talking about certain type of freedom. For that, certain upasana is there. So first is a Hota and Vak, and then afterwards these Advaryu and Chakshu will be there. Then afterwards Udgata will be there, Prana will be there. Like that, 4 priests are there. If you remember, 4 priests are there in the big ritual. One is called Hota of Rigveda, then second is Advaryu of Yajurveda, Udgata of Samaveda, Brahma of Atharvaveda. And these 4, along with certain aspects of the Karyakarana Sangata, are to be meditated in different ways. So that is the first topic here, Atimoksha Sadhanani, the means for certain types of freedom, and the means are in the form of upasana, Yajna Vishayaka upasana. So certain meditation prescribed as the means for Atimoksha. So we should not get carried away by Swamiji. We are always talking about mukti only, and here they are talking about Atimukti. So that Atimukti is just a word to convey certain type of freedom from certain binding situation. That Atimukti is not greater than our mukti. So don't say, Swamiji, so far you are giving only mukti, mukti. Now only you are talking about ati mukti. Ati mukti is not, ati mukti is smaller than our mukti. Okay, that much you remember. Otherwise you say, Swamiji, I will give up all this Vedanta and I will go for ati mukti. Anyway, so it is a particular type of this freedom by upasana. Then second topic of this Ashvala Brahmana is Sampad. Sampad. If you see the mantra, 6 mantra, Atha Sampadaha. Sampad is also another type of upasana, where Nikrushta Vastushu Utkrushta Aropanam Sampad. In the smaller things, you visualize big things. Nikrushta Vastushu Utkrushta Aropanam. Like, in the middle class, lower middle class, that people, they do it. Their bike or cycle, they will call it gadi. Gadi means car. So for them, in that cycle, they have got aropanam of what? Car. That is, in a way, is a sampadupasana like. So here, in certain small karmas, Agnihotradi karma, you visualize Ashwamedha Yaga. So in a small action, you visualize big action. Or small accessories of the ritual, you visualize big lokas. Some ghee is there, you visualize is a loka. So ghee is a small thing, you visualize is a devaloka, etc. So this is called sampadupasana. It's a very, idea-wise is very good. So your attitude makes the things big. And this particular principle, we use it in this Karma Yoga. What do we say? Let every action be a worship. Generally, worship in the temple is considered to be an exalted activity. Utkrushta karma. But, and as I sweeping the floor, etc., is considered to be Nikrushta karma, inferior action. So our Shastra says, on so-called inferior, really speaking, no action is inferior. But in so-called inferior action, you have the attitude of big action. What? Worship. So when you are sweeping the floor, what is your attitude? I am worshipping the Lord. When I am cooking, I have the attitude I am cooking for the Lord. I am worshipping. Yadyat karma karomi tattadakhilam shambho tavaradhanam. In Shiva Manasa Puja, whatever karma I am doing, let it be your worship. This is called sampat. Atma tvam girija matis sahachara prana shariram gruham puja te vishayopabhoga rachana nidra samadhi sthitihi sancharah padayoh pradakshina vidhi stotrani sarva giro yadyat karma karomi tattadakhilam shambho tavaradhanam. So when you are walking, you can have the attitude that I am doing the pradakshina of Ishvara. Keeping the Lord in the center. When the Lord is in the center of your life, all the time what you are doing? Pradakshina. What is the definition of pradakshina? Keeping the Lord in the center, walking around is called pradakshina. So every walking is not merely calorie burning, it can be seen as this pradakshina. This is called sampat. So looking upon an ordinary thing as extraordinary, this is called sampat. And here of course it is described in the context of the Vedic ritual, but it can be extended. So this sampad upasanas were talked about by Yajnavalkya as an answer to the questions raised by Ashvala. So that is Ashvala Brahmana. Now second Brahmana is called Artha Bhaga Brahmana. The name of the Brahmana generally, not every time, generally based on the challenger who asked the question. Based on the name, based on that, this Brahmana, the section, Brahmana means section, is named. Here Artha Bhaga Brahmana. It has got 13 mantras, and in that 3 topics are there. The first topic is, whatever be the result of karma or upasana, that result is within the realm of samsara only. Karma or upasana cannot take you beyond this samsara. And samsara is presented here in a very peculiar way. Because this Artha Bhaga, he is asking the question in the language of Graha and Atigraha. Graha means sense organs, Atigraha means sense objects. So Grahati Graha Lakshana Samsara is there everywhere you go, which is the result of karma and upasana. So the first topic is that any result, including Hiranyagarbha position, is within samsara. So Hiranyagarbha sahita sarvasya karma phalasya samsaritvam. So every result, including Hiranyagarbha position, is within the realm of samsara. As position, Hiranyagarbha is within samsara. Hiranyagarbha happens to have jnanam, therefore is free from samsara. So Hiranyagarbha, as Hiranyagarbha, he is within the realm of samsara. But he, because of his position, he gets jnanam, therefore he has freedom. But position-wise, it is not freedom. Like Guru as a Guru is not the becoming Guru is not the means for freedom. Just because somebody is a Guru, therefore he is not free. Guru happens to have knowledge, therefore he is free. By chance Guru doesn't have the nishtha in the jnanam, he is not free. So remember, any position is not a guarantee for moksha. This should be well set in the mind. We think that if one day I become Guru, then I will be muktaha. Or people think that I can be considered muktaha only when I become a Guru. Nobody comes to listen to me, so I am not mukta. So that type of thinking is not correct. Don't connect moksha with any position. In fact, other day when I was jocularly talking about that if you reject somebody, that person will not sign your certificate for moksha. So you should not take it literally that you require a Swami. Oh, when do we get the forms for the certificate for moksha? I told it in a very poetic manner. There is no certificate required for moksha. No certificate. You don't have to be approved by anyone. You yourself own up the freedom. Your moksha is not dependent upon anyone except you. That what I said that, if you reject somebody, then that person will not sign your moksha. The idea conveyed is, if you are excluding anybody in your vision of Atma, then that particular exclusion of that person will become an obstacle in owning up the vision. That was the message. Not that people might take literally that, Swamiji, we require certificate. No certificate required. So, no position is the means for moksha. That idea was conveyed. The first topic. Second topic is moksha is by jnanam. So, jnaninaha gatihi, jnaninaha phalam or jnana phalam, atma jnana phalam was the second topic. And here, the topic of atma jnana phalam was presented in the form of videha mukti. And there it is said in the 11th mantra, atra eva samavaniyante. For a wise person, when he departs from the body, then the entire sukshma sharira is resolved here only. He doesn't travel. So wisdom leads to this videha mukti as the result, where no more travel. That is why if you have got travel vasana, I want to travel this, I want to travel this, and after studying Vedas, we have got now different travel vasana. What? I want to see Swamiji, how is Antariksha Loka? How is the Bhu, Suvar Loka? How Mahar Loka? How Jana Loka? How Brahma Loka? So if that vasana is there, then this wisdom will not be owned up. And once this wisdom is there, then there is no more travel. So, Sukshma Sharira along with Chidabhasa generally travels. But for a wise person, atra eva samavaniyante. Here alone, this prana of the wise person is dissolved. And the description is given in the 13th mantra, that how the individual aspect is resolved into the totality. We generally talk that samashti is sthula sharira is resolved into virat. Samashti sukshma sharira is resolved into hiranyagarbha. And karana sharira is resolved into Ishvara. And what happens to this chit, chidabhasa? It resolves into chit brahma. Means it remains as Brahman. Really resolved, it remains as Brahman. Thus, this total dissolution of the individuality, which is called Videha Mukti, is presented here. So, second topic is Videha Mukti as the result of Dhanam. The third topic here discussed is, if a person does not get Dhanam, Agnani Gatihi. So, second was what? Jnaninaha phalam, jnaninaha videha muktihi. The freedom for a wise person was given. Now the third is, what happens to ignorant person? And that is given in the last mantra, punyo vai punyena karmana bhavati, papaha papena. This is a popular sentence. Punyena, punyena means shastra vihitena karmana. By the karma prescribed by the shastra, like Panchamahayagna. So, by Shastra Vihita Karma, person becomes Punyaha. Punyaha means Punyatma, who will be born in higher lokas. So, if a person has done lot of good karmas, then he becomes Punyaha, means Devadi Lokeshu Jayamanaha. He will be born in the higher loka. And Papena Papaha. If he has done wrong karmas more, then he become papatma, and he will be born in the yoni, in the species of plants or the animals, etc. Thus, if a person does not get self-knowledge, what happens? He continues to be in samsara. That much. He doesn't go to samsara. He continues to be in samsara. So, these are the three topics discussed. One is, any position is within the realm of samsara. Second is Jnana Phalam in the form of Videha Mukti. And third is Ajnani continues in samsara by going to different lokas. Now the third Brahmana is called Bhujyu Brahmana. Don't say Bhajji Brahmana, it's a Bhujyu Brahmana. Bhujyu Brahmana. Why it is called Bhujyu Brahmana? Because the name of the person is Bhujyu. That's all. So it's called Bhujyu Brahmana. It has got only 2 mantras. And in this mantra, in this Brahmana, the first topic is Ashwamedha Yaga Phalam. What is the result of Ashwamedha Yaga? See, going to Brahmaloka. But person will come back from that. When a person has gone to Brahmaloka, by Ashwamedha Yaga, he will not get permanent, he will not have Krama Mukti. He will have to come back. Like certain visa you go, you have to come back. Some permanent visa or permanent citizenship you get and then go, then, or permanent residency they call it. So if you get permanent residency, then you remain there, and then there itself you get moksha, you don't come back. Whereas this Ashwamedha Yaga, one gets Brahmaloka, that was presented. Then there are some other sadhanas for the attainment of Brahmaloka, that also Brahmaloka Prapti Sadhanam also were presented. So these are the main 2 topics. And Hiranyagarbha Upasana, especially Hiranyagarbha Upasana, was briefly described and its result was presented. So first is Ashwamedha Yaga Phalam, Brahmaloka Prapti Sadhanam, and third is Hiranyagarbha Upasana. These are the 3 topics. So with this, the Upasana part is over. Now only from the 4th Brahmana, the Brahma Vidya portion starts. And in this Brahma Vidya portion also, first Tvam Padartha Pradhana Vichara is there. The analysis, inquiry more regarding the Jiva Swarupa. So Ushasta Brahmana is the fourth Brahmana and the first Brahmana related to Vedanta. And in Ushasta Brahmana, there are only two mantras, but big mantras. So, two mantras are there. Why is it called Ushasta Brahmana? Because the challenger is Ushasta. And he asked this question, what? Ushastaha Chakrayanaha Papracha. Hey Yagnevalkya, yat sakshad aparokshad brahma ya atma sarvantaraha tam me vyachakshva. Now we feel our field, In Upasana we feel lost. So here he asked this question. He said, Atma, which is aparoksha, which is called Brahma, which is the innermost, please explain to me. Please explain to me about this Atma. And Yajnavalkya was ready. He used this method of Kena Upanishad. He says, Atma sarvantaraha. Katamaha sarvantaraha? Ya pranena praniti. Means granena graniti. So, because of whom these organs are able to function. Shrotrasya shrotram, manaso manaha, pranasya pranaha. That method he used. And he says that because of which the organs of perceiving smell is able to do its job, organs of seeing is able to do its job, that is Atma. Shrotrasya shrotram, manaso manaha. In fact, since it is going on, we can correlate to that. But our Ushasta was not happy with that. He says, isme kuch maja nahi aaya. So that is not something great. You are telling, Lisi, it is that Atma is that because of this the Granendriya function, this Chakshurindriya function, this Indriya function, that. But by that, I am not getting the clarity. You show me this is Atma. He says, Saha uvacha ushastha chakrayan yatha vibruyat asau goho asau ashvaha. He says, you show me like this. This is a cow. This is a horse. Like that you should show me Atma. You are telling like this, by which the eyes are eyes, by which ears are able to hear, by that this tongue is able to taste. All this, I don't get any big clarity about that. It's a very, very vague method of explaining Atma. You tell me this is Atma. So he wants, it's called Goshrungi Nyaya. Means suppose I ask you, what is cow? So best thing is what? This is cow. You bring a cow, that's why we have kept cow. So even though it doesn't give milk generally, really, there is no milk. So we have kept cow. So you be careful, okay? So with great difficulty, with somebody's help, you bring the cow and says, this is a cow. Go Shrungi Nyaya. Means you hold the horn of the cow and show this. Similarly, when I asked you what is Atma, you should give me clear description. In Kenopanishad Bhashyam also, if you remember, that is how the Purvapaksha was. Asau evam vishishtaha Atma iti vaktavye. In this manner you should talk. That Atma is like this, so and so. And you are telling Shrotrasya Shrotram. What is this? He said, if you show me with some description, then only I will be satisfied. But you are not talking in that language. You are simply said that because of his eyes function, etc. Then Yajnavalkya said, what to do? So, what to do? So he said, Atma is, he said, Yajnavalkya, na drishtehe drashtaram pashyehe, na shrutehe shrotaram shrunuya, na matehe mantaram manvitaha, na vignatehe vignataram bijaniyaha. So he says that Atma is the drashta of drashti. Means Atma is illumining the perception formed by the eyes. Atma is illuminator of the perception formed by the ears. Atma is the illuminator of the thoughts speculated by the mind. So that Atma, how can it be objectified by that perception, by that thinking? So what he said, Atma is to be revealed in this manner. Take that or take, nahi to don't take. So so this is how Atma is. There is no other way. Atma is revealed in this manner because Atma is not available for objectification. What we are studying in this mantra, the third mantra, that is what is said here. Na tatra vag gacchati, na tatra chakshur gacchati, na vag gacchati, no manah. There is no other way. Na vidmo na vijanimaha yatha etad anushishyat. So you can see here also he is telling what to do. Atma is like this. If Atma is an object, then I can show it. Like in physics, chemistry, we used to study, no? The teacher will first talk about physics lesson number 1. Then next time he will bring some model. This is how what it is. This particular model he will bring, but here that is not possible. So our second topic of this Brahmana. First topic is the Atma Swarupa Nirupanam, the presentation of the nature of Atma as the truth behind all the organs, the functions of all organs. Second is Atma not being available for objectification. This particular obsession deprives the person of the vision of Vedanta. As Swamiji today was telling, somehow we have got this desire that we will see something, we will close our eyes and see some bright form, or we want to hear some sound, sound will come. So some smell we want to experience. So something, that expectation for divinity, so-called divinity or special experience, deprives me of the vision of the self which is all the time available. So what is all the time available is lost sight of because I am expecting something else. And that is highlighted, point is highlighted. So Yajnavalkya said, there is no way we can objectify Atma. So this was highlighted in the fourth Brahmana, Ushastha Brahmana. Then the fifth Brahmana is called Kahola Brahmana. Only one mantra is there, but very important Brahmana. Why? In this Brahmana also the nature of Atma is presented. The first topic is nature of Atma. What is the nature of Atma? Ashana pipase shoka moha jara mrityum atyeti. Atma is that which is beyond this shadurmis. It is called urmis. Urmi means waves. Atma is sarva urmi atitaha. Beyond the 6 waves of the ocean of samsara. What are they? Ashanaya pipasa. Hunger and thirst. Shoka and moha. Grief and delusion. Jara mrityu. Old age and death. So Atma is free from that. So wherever this Ashana and Pipasa are there, that is not the quality of Atma. That is not Atma. Hunger and thirst, they belong to Prana. Shoka Moha belong to Manaha. Jara Mrityu, they belong to the body. I am Sarva Atitaha. I am different from Vilakshana, not Atita. Sarva Vilakshanaha. Atma is different from the Sthula Sukshma Sharira. That was presented in this mantra, in this Brahmana. And another important second topic is Atma Gnana Sadhanani, the means for knowing the self. They were presented. What are the sadhanas? One popular is Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam and Sannyasa. Sannyasa also is presented as sadhana. So he said Tam atmanam viditva brahmanaha putreshanayaschya vitteshanayaschya lokeshanayaschya vyuthaya. So you must be hearing this, no? Three types of desire that is presented here. What are the three? Putreshana, desire for progeny, and here by extension desire for disciple also. So putra means not only son, children. So some people say no disciple coming, no disciple coming. So that also is a desire. That also keeps person in samsara. Vitteshana, wealth. Let me have more and more wealth. And lokeshana. Lokeshana has got both the meanings. One meaning of lokeshana means desire for higher loka. Some people say, Swamiji, in this world nothing is good. All are useless fellows. All are useless things. I want to go to heaven. Some people are that. ये दुनिया मेरे काम के नहीं है बस. So this world is not good for me. I want higher loka. That also is desire. So having outgrown vyuthaya, having outgrown these three desires, this point we highlight that don't suppress your desire. Don't deny your desire. You have desire, you admit, yes, I have this desire. Don't say, no, I am a sadhaka, I should not have desire. I should not, I am not asking. Do you have desire or not? Suppose I ask you, do you have desire for getting married? So, if brahmachari, suppose I ask, then you say, no, Swami, sadhaka should not get married. I didn't say any time. You will never hear this from me. I never tell anybody that don't get married. If somebody comes and asks me, do you want to get, Swami, should I get married or not? What is my answer? Please get married. I will help you to get some girl. So if I can, if I can, generally I am not able to do it. Even though I wish sometime, because I hear parents' problems, so I really wish to help them. But I am not able to do that. Anyway, so my attempt is that if somebody is happy, let him be happy. Let him if somebody wants to get married, let him get married. So don't suppress your desire. What Shastra says? Outgrow your desire. What is the meaning of outgrowing the desire? I will give you the example so you will understand. When you were small, that time you had desire for different toys, dolls. Now, when you are growing, then afterwards you outgrow that desire. It is not that, Swamiji, when I see the toy, I can't remain. I have to go away from that. Otherwise, I have to buy the toys. Does it happen like that? No. So, you have outgrown the desires for toy. It is not that you are suppressing the desire. You are not denying the desire. You outgrow the desires. So, that outgrowing the desire. How do you outgrow the desire? By constant viveka. And keep seeing moksha as the ultimate purushartha. Seeing the limitations of all the bhogas, all the objects. By viveka and by keep seeing this glory of moksha, by association with the people who are dispassionate, you get vairagyam. So that vairagya, otherwise called sannyasa, was highlighted. We are not so particular about the formal sannyasa. If you can take formal sannyasa, it may be useful. We don't say it is useless. If it is useless, I should not have taken. So otherwise I will be in trouble, no? If I say, no, sannyasa not required, then why did you take? I have to answer. So I am telling it is useful. If you are ready, it is useful. If you are not ready, it is a big burden. If people's life become miserable. I have seen one person who was highly confident before sannyasa. After taking sannyasa, he became so timid. I can't even imagine this person who was so confident. He will give depression to others. That type of confidence. Depressing confidence he had. And now he himself was getting depressed. I have got this very clear example. And therefore, if person is not ready, better not take sannyasa. If you are ready, sannyasa is not compulsory, but may be useful, conducive. Because once you take sannyasa, then certain responsibility, formalities, you can exempt yourself. So sannyasa was also prescribed as the means, vairagya, and Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana also were presented. But not in this language of Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. In a different language it is presented. We will see in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari